This is a response video to Sammy Paul's reverse Q&A. Hi Sammy, thank you for asking those questions and for taking an interest in us. That's nice of you. I'm not going to answer all of your questions because I don't have answers to all of them, but here are the ones that I do have answers to. In this moment, what are you most excited for? I'm going to my first ever VidCon in April, and it's in Amsterdam, and I'm really excited to go, both because of the YouTube convention, but mostly because I am going to be meeting up and going with some of my YouTube friends who I haven't met in person before, so I'm really excited to see them and to go to Amsterdam for the first time. What do you risk regretting about your current lifestyle in 5 years' time? I'm afraid that due to my procrastination and stupid social angst, I am going to end up missing out on opportunities that will either mean that I'm not going to be where I want to be in 5 years' time, or I'm going to be looking back at my late teens and early young adult years and be like, what did I do with my time? Because everyone seems to be talking about how this is the time for adventures and friends and fun stuff, and I don't want to miss out on any of that. If you had to raise a child, one other person in your life who you are not currently romantically engaged with, who would it be and why? I just turned 19, and I am still trying to figure out how to take care of myself. I have no idea how to properly adult, so I should not be taking care of any children. However, for the sake of the question, if I absolutely had to choose one, I'd probably just go for my mom. I mean, she's already done it twice. I feel like that would be best for the child and for my sanity. If I were to say home, what's the first image that comes to your mind? The first image that comes to my mind is this one. It's an art piece that I made when I was an exchange student in the US after having a conversation with one of my American friends about how I felt torn between my American home and my Danish home. And I still feel torn between them, just in a very different way after coming home. What's the angriest you've ever been? When I was in 3rd grade, I believe, I was having this really heated argument with one of my friends in an empty playground. And I don't remember what the argument was about, but probably something petty, because it's 3rd grade. What I do remember, though, is feeling my right hand ball into a fist, and sort of like a ghost arm extending from my own, kind of reaching up and just punching her in the face. And I didn't punch her, but I was super scared because I really wanted to, and I ended up just turning around and running away so I didn't do something stupid. I've never had that experience since, and that's probably the angriest I've ever been. What are the 3 most justifiable reasons someone might dislike you? Well, isn't this just a fun question? Yay. First reason would probably be that I am a very messy person. Right now, I'm sitting on the floor between my door and my wall because the rest of my room is just not suitable for the camera. I am really bad at picking up after myself, and I just tend not to see messes. Probably drives some people crazy with that. The second one is that I tend to be forgetful about the things I shouldn't be. For example, in group work at school, I am really quick to volunteer to do all these things, but unless I write it down or somebody reminds me, there's a pretty good chance that the minute I walk through my home door, I'm gonna forget all about that thing I promised I would do. Which is also why I always keep notebooks on me, so hopefully I remember most of the things. And the third thing would probably be that I am sometimes that annoying person that randomly stops replying for like 2 hours in a conversation. And it's because I sometimes just get too overwhelmed with socializing and I just can't handle anymore right now. This is not something I tell people, I just kind of disappear. And I also hate when people take forever to respond, so it's kind of a hypocritical one. Sorry. And finally, what compliment has meant the most to you? This isn't like a compliment per se, but I made a video about 1.5 years ago with some tips for exchange students, and it's gotten a lot of comments with people saying that I really helped them feel less anxious about their exchange year, or they now feel like they are no longer afraid to go on exchange. I also still get emails from people asking me questions that are a bit more specific to their own exchange year, and the fact that something I made has helped other people really makes me feel good. And especially when those people feel like my advice has been so good that they want more and that I'm qualified to answer their questions, It makes me happy. So there you go. Those were my answers to Sammy Paul's reverse Q&A. And if you don't know who Sammy is, I could really recommend checking out his channels. His main one has lots of really good sketches and short films on him, and his second channel just has Sammy, which is also good. I've linked to both of those in the description, and I've also linked to the original video in case you want to go leave your answers to these questions in that comment section. I'm sure he would appreciate it. So yeah, until next time, bye!